What if everything you believe about discipline is wrong? What if the reason you fail is not because you are weak, but because you are using a system that was never designed to work in the first place? Here's the uncomfortable truth: you are not losing because you lack discipline. You are losing because discipline is the slowest possible tool in a brain that is optimized for speed. And there is something silently controlling you every single day that is stronger than your willpower, your motivation, and your goals combined. The moment you understand it, you stop failing. The moment you don't, you stay stuck in the same loop for years. Discipline feels powerful, but it's actually fragile, because discipline is just short-term self-control. And your brain does not operate on self-control, it operates on reward prediction. A system called dopamine is constantly asking one question: what gives me the fastest reward right now? Not the best reward, not the long-term reward, the fastest one. That's why you can promise yourself, I will focus today, and still end up scrolling, eating, or avoiding the task. It's not because you don't know what to do, it's because your brain is running a different operating system. So discipline becomes a losing battle. One side is your long-term goal. The other side is a billion-year-old survival system built to avoid pain and seek instant relief. And instant always wins over effort. That's why discipline collapses when you are tired. That's why it breaks at night. That's why it never survives stress. It was never meant to carry your life. Here's what nobody realizes: your environment is making most of your decisions for you. Not your goals, not your intentions, your environment. Because your brain is lazy in a smart way, it takes the easiest available path every time. If your phone is within reach, you will check it. If distractions are visible, you will follow them. If your bed is nearby, your energy drops instantly. This is called behavioral conditioning. It means your brain learns from patterns, not promises. So every time you say, I'll do it later, your environment is already choosing for you. And the scary part, you don't notice it happening. It feels like you made a choice, but in reality, the choice was preloaded by your surroundings. So you are not fighting laziness, you are fighting design. And design always beats intention. Now here's the shift that changes everything. Discipline says, I have to force myself, but identity says, this is just who I am. And your brain treats identity as law. Because of neuroplasticity, your brain physically rewires based on repetition. Every repeated action becomes easier until it stops feeling like effort at all. So when you rely on discipline, you are constantly restarting the battle. But when you rely on identity, the battle disappears. Instead of saying, I need to work out, you become, I don't skip training. Instead of saying, I should focus, you become, I'm someone who protects my attention. Your brain stops negotiating because it already accepted the rule. That's the difference between effort and automation. If you want one real shift starting today, do this. Stop trying to be disciplined in a bad environment. Instead, redesign one thing around you. Remove one frictionless distraction and add one frictionless action. Example, put your phone in another room for the first hour of work. Leave your book or task already open before you start. Make the right action the easiest action. Because your brain does not follow motivation. It follows least resistance. Change the resistance, and your behavior changes automatically. So maybe discipline was never the problem. Maybe the problem was believing you had to fight yourself every day. Because the real truth is this: you don't rise to discipline. You fall to systems. And once you understand that, you stop trying to force change and start designing it instead. Subscribe if you're done living in willpower cycles and ready to build a mind that works for you, not against you.